Bombing, episode 79.
I'm still parked out by the lake, 80 miles from Santa Fe. And I'm sitting here just parked out by the lake. If you're wondering where I park, I'm out parked by the lake. It's the lake that's 80 miles from Santa Fe. And I'm parked out by the lake, 80 miles from Santa Fe. It's the lake that's parked where I'm at, out by the lake. And this lake is where I'm parked, 80 miles from Santa Fe. And I'm still parked out here by this lake, 80 miles from Santa Fe.
You really love Boeing, don't you? They ought to be paying you for wearing those shirts. You have like 9 different colors.
Yeah, I got all the colors, except for the couple that are constantly sold out on their website.
Sold out?
Yeah, they make a cool white one with blue letters.
Yeah?
Always sold out. They make a cool pink one that I've never been able to get. But yeah, I got all the Boeing shirts. I got got a couple Lockheed Martin shirts. I mean, they've seen them.
You got any Raytheon shirts?
No, I don't.
Why is that?
I don't like what they do in the Middle East.
Oh, wait till you find out what Boeing does in the Middle East.
No, I actually have no problem with Raytheon.
Yeah?
I mean, I don't know what they do really.
It's bad things.
Yeah, see, but that's none of my business.
Yeah, and look.
I just like aviation.
It's so far away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, if Raytheon was doing bad things like a couple blocks from our apartment,
Ooh, I'd be so upset.
I'd be really mad, but it's like it's the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, it's in. I mean, it might as well not actually be happening.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like it's not.
And I got some NASA shirts.
Oh, NASA does good things, though.
Yeah, they do good things. I don't like this wave though that how NASA, like everyone wears NASA. Like NASA, like the logo for NASA is become like Coca-Cola. It's just like on everything.
Well, I mean, they hit it out of the park.
Yeah, it's great.
Whoever designed it, it looks good. But
It looks great.
Yeah, but it's kind of like it's tired at this point.
Yeah, it's like if some idiot will wear it, and it's like you don't know though. You're not actually a NASA guy. Stolen valor over here.
Stolen valor. Because only NASA guys used to wear like NASA stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how you would tell who was in NASA.
Yeah, or like aviation enthusiasts. It was like a thing. It's like a niche little thing. Mm-hmm. I don't see any Boeing shirts. I think I might be the only guy.
I see one just about 6 days a week. But,
yeah.
But it's on you, so
I'm wearing them. I'm keeping the Boeing name alive. If it's not Boeing, I'm not going. That's what they say. I live by that. Yeah, I believe in don't wear shit that like you're not about.
Okay. Do you have a bad example?
I guess the NASA is the best example I have. Just you can go to Walmart and buy a NASA T-shirt. It's like name one launch you went to.
We didn't even do an intro, did we? We should probably intro the podcast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bombing episode 79. I'm Hayden Wyckoff.
I'm Ryan Jennings.
And this is a comedy podcast. We talk about stand-up. We're both open micers out here in Los Angeles. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm at Hayden Wyckoff, HaydnWyckoff.
I'm at Ryan Jennings, and this podcast has an email, bombingpodcast@gmail.com.
We check it every podcast once a week. We do not name names, so if you want to send us anonymous stuff, any silly stories of yours, it'll be 100% confidential.
That's correct. Let's start the podcast off by plugging these dates. I got a show at Comedy Boulevard August 18th, 7 o'clock, I think.
That's so wild. I have a show at Comedy Boulevard.
That's crazy.
On the 11th.
Just a week before.
Yeah. So this is actually the last podcast I'll get to plug this date.
Nice. Get it out there.
Yeah. So I'll be at Comedy Boulevard on Beverly, near West Hollywood, 8 o'clock. Tickets in the link, I guess.
And on your Instagram.
Yeah, and on my Instagram. So I'll be doing 10 very funny minutes of very funny jokes that you should come see.
That's right. And then a week later, August 18th, I'll be there at the same location doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And this is kind of a big deal. This is the first. This is my first paid gig ever.
Oh yeah. So how's that work?
I'm not sure. I think it's like
that fell apart quickly. I mean, that really.
It's a cut of the door. Depends on how many tickets you sell.
Okay. How many people do you need to bring to get the cut?
At least 2, but it's like I know 2 people.
Oh, right on. 2, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 people will be there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like it's technically a bringer show, but like at least I'm getting paid. It's the first time I've ever. It's the first time I'll ever go on stage, tell jokes, and then get off, and they'll go, "Here's money."
That is a monumental moment.
Because most of the time it's the other way around. Like I'll give someone else money and they'll go, okay, now you can go on stage. So it's a complete 180.
And it's worse when you bomb because you're like, I paid money to bomb and be embarrassed. That's pretty bad.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it.
You should be. No, that's huge. Seriously.
I think that technically makes me professional, right?
I think so, yeah. I mean, you said it jokingly, but I actually agree with that completely.
Yeah? You think so?
I think so, too.
Because I'm 50-50, because part of me is just like, nah, it's just like one time. But also, it's like, I've been doing it for free.
That's income.
For a while.
Yeah.
So.
For the opposite of negative free.
Yeah.
Like you're paying.
Yeah, negative free. I've been doing it for negative free for years.
Yeah.
For years, and finally someone's like, all right, here's a little cash.
Yeah. No, I would say that is definitely a moment. But yeah, like that's like the start maybe of technically you after that I think you can say like I am a professional. I have been paid. You don't say I get paid because that's not technically true.
Yeah, because that implies multiple times.
That's right. I have been paid.
You just have to say I have been paid to do stand-up.
That's right. And then they go, how many times? And you go, once.
You go, hey, how about you shut the fuck up?
That's right. That's right. No, yeah, I think so.
You're a professional? Yes, I have been paid.
Why'd you say it like that?
Who answers a question like that?
I have been paid. Don't ask how many times.
Or how much. All right. Anyway, next question.
Yeah, it's a bringer show, and I'll be there. There's like a fun, weird, unspoken rule, I think, with bringer shows, like with your buddies, like your comic friends. It's like there are some shows that I need people to come to more than others, you know?
Yes.
And so
some of them are a bigger deal than others.
That's right. Some of them are like a big show with big names, or like a good show where like if I do good at this show, like good things will happen. So, look, you can't go to everyone's bringer show. You can't go to every show.
And I feel like that's like below the surface kind of understood. It's like, look, but if you put out a feeler and you're like, guys, like this is the one, I really need you to turn up.
Yeah.
Everybody will come out.
And then you owe them a show.
You do. You are in show debt.
That's right. They came to yours. You gotta go to theirs.
Yeah, it's this unspoken thing when you're at whatever level we're at right now, where it's a kind of a give and take.
That's right. I'm in show debt. I owe someone a show.
And if in 6 months someone reaches out and they comes to like this show and they're like, hey dude, this is at like the big place.
I really need one more person.
It's like, all right, I owe you one.
Yeah,
I'm in debt to you one show.
Yeah,
and it's this weird unspoken system.
Yeah,
it's odd.
And it's not like I don't want to see you. You know,
but it's like I see you every night, every single night. I see you, but it's about just buying booze at the fucking club. They just want butts and seats to buy their alcohol. Yeah. They don't give a fuck about who's going on.
No, and they want, I've seen, I see your shit all the time. I know what you're gonna do.
Yeah, but you've seen the whole set I'm gonna do at Comedy Boulevard.
Yeah, but it's
and I've seen your whole set.
Yeah, of course, but it's not about that. It's about the person going, oh, look how many people this guy brought. Mm-hmm. You know,
and that opens up other opportunities.
That's right.
Because whoever is running the show goes, they brought some folks. Maybe I should bring them back in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe they do another show here.
Because it's a lot to, for me, I think that's a lot to like take my whole evening, like, and go, go to a place and sit through like an hour and a half of fucking comedy while I do comedy. So it's different. It's not like a rant, like you're not in the business. It's like, but it's fun, but there's an understanding, and if you be fair, you go to people's shows. I need a favor. Come to my show. It's a cool dynamic.
It's a weird form of unspoken currency that's kind of exchanged between exclusively open micers.
That's right.
It's really weird.
And bringer shows, they're not great. Like, even if someone...
I mean, they can be great.
They can be great.
If you kill.
Yeah, but it's not...
Nobody you bring's going to laugh because they've heard it a billion times, but like...
If they're a comic, yeah.
Yeah, but if you do well, there are also strangers in the audience.
That's true.
You have an opportunity to grab them.
No, I guess that's true. But, like, I don't know, I feel like I have some coworkers that constantly ask, like, when's your next show? I want to come see a show. And I'm like, I don't want any of you to come see my show. One, because, like, you're my coworkers. But second, it's like, I don't think you understand what it's going to be. Like, it's not like what you think it is. It's going to be 10 people that aren't that great. We're at a low level, and it'll be, like, whatever. But it's going to be, I feel uncomfortable. It's going to be a weird thing.
I've gotten over that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've gotten over that hill.
Good.
Because I've gotten to a place I feel like with my jokes where I feel comfortable like inviting even like coworkers just to come out and hang for the night.
I feel that.
Speaking of open mics, I had a really cool experience last week. So the Improv moved their open mic up from 5:30 to 5 o'clock, and so I don't get off work in time now to like jet down there and get my name in the bucket.
Yeah.
So I've been going down to Fourth Wall. The Hollywood Boulevard Fourth Wall, not the one...
The cafe.
Over the hill, yeah. And I got home, and it was like... I had a rough day at work. I had a hard time finding parking. I got home, I was hot. I was just sitting in front of the AC unit, and I looked at the clock, and it was like, all right, look, if you're going to go down there, you have to be ready in like 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I was like... I went back and forth. I was like, nah, fuck that. That's dumb. And then I went back to like, maybe I should go like just to do it. And eventually I just like splashed some water on my face and changed clothes and went down there and like murdered.
Nice.
Like one of the best sets I've ever done. But when I was walking back, I was thinking about like that initial hesitancy. It's like you should always go. Mm-hmm. You should always go to the open mic. Even if you bomb, it's like at least you went.
Yeah, I've never regretted choosing to go, even with bombs.
Yeah.
I've been driving back, and I'm like, well, I did it. I wasn't, just fucking on Instagram at home.
At the very least, you got up.
Yeah.
You did a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But
because I'll bail, man.
Yeah, I have bailed. Yes.
I've bailed many times. I'm inherently lazy. I mean, I would love. There's nothing better than canceling a plan and fucking watching TV.
Yeah, playing video games or something. But I was walking back, and I was thinking like, I almost didn't do that. I almost didn't have this awesome set. And you can't have an awesome set if you don't even show up.
That's right.
So, yeah, just always go. If you're on the edge, if you're 50-50 about anything, just always go to the open mic. If you bomb, at least you showed up.
Yep. And that's more than half the battle. Is just showing up, man. Like just the other night, I went to this open mic, and it was the same scenario. I was tired. I didn't feel like going. But I was like, fuck, I'll just fucking go. And I bombed hard. But I witnessed, I was able to be a part of this great, like, thing that happened in the room with these other comics. And I actually didn't bomb that hard. I haven't bombed that hard in a while. I read the room wrong. That was the issue. The host had bad energy, and then there were, like, two guys had bad energy. And I went up there, and instead of addressing it, really, I just tried my new jokes. I've been trying this new shit.
You went up there with Wednesday night energy to a dead room.
Yeah. And I was doing my jokes with bad energy as well, because it got to me, and I was like, eh. And I just bombed. But then this other comedian went up and just fucking destroyed. And he's a buddy, and it was just great. And like we were talking afterwards outside the mic, we were just like talking about stand-up and about comedy, and I wouldn't have had that great conversation if I fucking just bailed.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, you just always, no matter what, just go.
Mm-hmm. And I learned something from the bomb. I learned something. You always learn something from a bomb if you pay attention. So I always feel better when I'm just sitting there in the seat. Like,
yeah. Once you're there, it's like you've already gotten over it.
Mm-hmm. Once I'm there, I'm like, okay, I'm here. Let's try. Let's see what I got.
Mm-hmm.
Something that helps me as well is I've noticed, like, before mics, if I have like a mic in like 2 hours, then I'll shower and I'll go back and just listen to old recordings, and nothing hypes me up like listening to old sets, because it just instantly gets me in the mood, because I'm like, oh, I could do that. Oh, I forgot about that. And then, I should say that like this. And then I'm writing in my head. I'm like, oh, and then I drive to the mic with this energy where I'm like, I'm going to do this. I can't wait. It completely changes my mood around, I've noticed. I got some pretty good news. I don't know if you heard. I sent you that video about the Ryan meetup.
You did.
Did you watch the one I just sent you recently?
No, I haven't checked my phone in a second, but last I checked, it's in downtown Los Angeles, and there's going to be a meetup soon.
That's right.
Of all the Ryans.
Yep.
What's the
So it started with, there was this Ryan meetup, and this guy, I think he's a comedian. He went there and filmed it, and yeah, the video got like 30 million views, and it was a bar full of people named Ryan. And so they're doing another one, and it's called Ryan Rave. September 2nd, Saturday. September 2nd at 7 p.m. downtown LA. And I'm going.
Oh, you are? Nice.
I got to support the culture.
Of being named a thing?
Mm-hmm. Of the Ryans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are like a tribe?
Yeah. We stick together.
Okay.
I'd invite you, but you're not allowed to go.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
You're not allowed to go. But I'm going to go and just, see my fellow community, hang out, hang out with my kind. It's going to be fun.
Okay, so the only thing that you guys all have in common is that you're named the same 4 letters.
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
Ryan meetup.
All right. Well, what are you guys going to talk about?
How much we hate Bryans.
I was unaware of the internal conflict there.
Oh, there's a huge conflict.
Yeah, Bryans do kind of sound like they suck. And
They
I
do.
mean, look, I don't have a dog in this fight, but Ryan's definitely the cleaner name.
Yeah, no, Ryans hate Bryans. We always have been hated them. Bryans stink. Anytime I introduce, hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm Ryan. Brian?
Ooh.
No, Ryan.
Oh, yeah. So you're mad that you always get mistaken for Bryans.
That's right.
Upon introduction. I can understand that.
Yeah, we hate Bryans, and so they're not allowed. It says on the flyer, no Bryans allowed.
Are they going to be policing this? Are there going to be like firearms where if a Bryan tries to get in, they'll be shot?
Maybe. I hope so.
Okay.
But yes, Saturday, September 2nd, Ryan Rave, man, I'm going. I'm going to support the community.
Go see Ryan.
That's right.
The one of many.
Be a part of culture. Be a part of history, really. I think I saw when I was looking into this that like the largest meetup of people with the same names were like Ivan or something. And
Ivan?
They had like a few thousand Ivans meet up and get together. So this Ryan Rave's supposed to be huge. All Ryans. I mean, imagine. Just a building full of Ryans.
You guys could do some damage.
We could.
If you mobilized yourself properly, you could, I don't know, do anything you wanted.
Yeah. It's a Ryan Rave, man.
What would you do if, like, at the Ryan Rave, someone named, like, Chris came in?
Oof.
What would you do to...
We don't like that.
Oh.
Nah.
Well, what would happen to Chris?
He'd probably be kicked out of the rave. He's not allowed in.
Okay.
You got to RSVP. You got to show IDs. So I mean, they're not going to get in, but they'll be outside. That's the thing. Like people want to be Orion so badly, but they are just you're not. You don't get that.
Do you think like a Raymond sneaks in?
Nah,
like
no way.
Someone named Raymond like sneaks in the back door.
No, it's just because it's not Ryan. You know.
Can you guys tell by the look? Like, can you look at a guy and go, "Oh no, that's Paul. That's definitely a Paul."
Yeah, and you know, like who's a fake Ryan, like a fake ID. Like you can tell it's fake. Like
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like you're so not a Ryan, man. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm definitely not a Ryan.
No. Like when you look at a Ryan, you're like, no, I see. You're a Ryan, you know. And I'm the most Ryan of them all. So
yeah, I mean,
except for our leader.
I will push back on that. I am literally Ryan Gosling.
Oh.
So
No, you're not.
no.
No, you don't get.
Nah. Is that cultural appropriation?
Yeah.
Is that your guys' like God? Is he your king? Like your leader is Ryan Gosling?
He's up there.
Oh damn.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't wear Ryan face, man. You can't say you're Ryan Gosling because you're not. That's wearing Ryan face.
Is that Ryanal appropriation?
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
That's Ryan cyst. How is it? That Ryan cyst was a stretch. Anyways, September 2nd, Saturday, 7 p.m., Ryan Rave. I'll be there representing.
Do you think you could sneak me in?
No, I wouldn't even dare.
But like, what if you tried? Like how would you do it?
I don't know. The council would not like that.
The council?
I've already said too much.
All right. Guess I'll just
Yeah.
hang out at the apartment.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, you can't.
I'm just saying.
You would stick out like the Terminator trying to act like a normal person. Like you would just stick out. So you're clearly not a Ryan.
But how?
What?
How? Like
What are you talking about? How? Look at you, dude.
I could blend in. I could just act like a Ryan.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
I think I could pull it off. If I was like cool about it, I think I could waltz in there and nobody would know the difference.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, yeah.
You're talking so out of pocket right now. Dude, that's like, a Hayden trying to be a Ryan. That's like a John trying to be a Jack, dude. Okay, you can't fake be a Ryan, dude.
All right, whatever you say, man.
I mean, that's like me saying, yeah, I'm gonna be a Keith. Ready?
Ooh, yeah, that's not a Keith. You're
No.
totally not a Keith.
No.
Fuck, you're right. Actually, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't think I'd pass.
No, you'd so not pass as a Ryan.
Man, well, I mean, have fun at your party
Yeah, it's gonna be a nice meeting.
or a rave. Are you guys dancing? What do the Ryans do when they gather?
You're not allowed to know that.
Ah, darn it.
What do you I've already said too much, dude.
Are you concerned that like all the Ryans are going to be in like one place? What if like a major attack from the Bryans happens?
I know, yeah. So I've thought about this.
Yeah.
We've thought about this.
We've.
So that's why we have other Ryans scattered throughout the United States.
Sleeper Ryan.
That's right. Who are not supposed to go in case of like a bombing from the Bryans. Then we can repopulate.
A designated Ryan Viver.
That's right. Like it won't be all Ryans. It'll just be some.
Okay. So you still have some on the outside. So if the Bryans do try to take you out,
Which they will.
you'll at least have, some contingency plan.
That's right. Enough to keep the name alive.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad.
Saturday, September 2nd, 7 p.m., downtown Los Angeles. The Ryan Rave, the Ryan Meetup. I'll be there. And you should too, if your name's Ryan. Last night we just did our third episode of Sunset Heights.
That's 3. The only 3-peat guest.
That's right. Sunset Heights, I don't know when it'll be out. It'll probably be a couple weeks, but yeah, we've plugged them a few times on this podcast. That was a fun podcast. Sunset Heights on YouTube. That is the name. 3 episodes. That's 3 hours, folks, of us on another podcast. If you'd like to see that, Our buddies Luke Walls and Tom Carlos Kelly. Good buddies.
My kind of town, Tom Kelly is.
That's right. Go check out that podcast. They have a lot of great guests on their pod.
They have other open mic and a couple levels above that comics on their podcast all the time. It's always a guest podcast.
Yeah.
So if you want to see some really funny people, go check them out on YouTube.
Yeah.
And check out our episode in particular.
That's right.
Because I feel like we did a very funny one.
That's right. Sunset Heights on YouTube, folks. God, that's like 3 plugs in a row. I got the fucking shows, the Ryan Rave, the Sunset Heights.
It's a lot of plugs, yeah. Well, you were talking the other night about starting to do 2 sets at the same place. In the same night. And that was always something that felt really weird to me, because it's like it's the same host, and for a long time it's like you only had like the same 5 minutes. You didn't have 2 separate sets that you could really do well with.
Yeah, and I feel weird doing the same exact set in front of most of the same people, like
because other people stay.
Maybe 2 or 3 leave and 3 new people come in, but it's like mostly this, and it's like you just saw this, and in a crowd, an open mic crowd of 7 people, it's like you're seriously you're not gonna laugh at the shit. You just heard it, and you didn't laugh the first time because I bombed. So I'm just gonna bomb again in front of the same crowd with the exact same shit. It feels weird.
Yeah, but it's only very recently that I guess that both of us have I have 2 separate open mic 5 minutes now. So I can start doing that back to back.
Yeah,
and that completely changes your open mic schedule. But instead of darting from one place to another, you're like, oh, I'll just do here twice.
Yeah. Instead of like a 7 to 8 somewhere and then a 9 to 10 somewhere else, and you got that hour to kill in between, it's like I'll just do fucking 2 mics back to back, and you can kind of just feel it out a little easier, because it used to be like, this is kind of all I got.
I used to only have 5 minutes of jokes.
Yeah, and I would, we'd go to a mic and do that 5 minutes, and then go to a different mic with different people and do the same 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I'll hang out, I'll do another mic, I can scatter new things in more easily, better than it used to be. Just that's all I got. Now it's like, okay, well, I'll do these 2 that are I feel like are complete. I just really want to get them down, and I'll throw a little new one in there. And then, same for the set after. Also, it's fun to watch. I'll do the same mic back to back with some of the same people, and it's fun to watch the difference between a joke from the first set than the second set.
Like in other people or in your set?
In other people and myself, because you learn something from every set you do, and you're like, maybe I could have said this, maybe I could have done this better, and it's fun. Just this week, I saw this guy do a set, and he did this new joke, and it was okay. But then the next mic, he did it a little differently and added something. So it was cool to see that, to watch that it work in real time. He did it, and then he was sitting there writing in his head, okay, here we go, and it was different. That was cool to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna change this up. I'm gonna move this around there. Yeah,
make it work a little better.
Also, another thing that's new to me, just because I got being in stand up just this long, is writing a set for the night based on the room. Because I have so many jokes now in the back bin, that I can just pull out.
Yeah.
To where
on the shelf.
Yeah, just sitting there on the shelf, just waiting. And if it's a kind of a low vibe room, if it's kind of a dead room, you're like, all right, I'm gonna do these jokes.
Yeah.
If it's a really hot room, you're like, all right, this is gonna kill.
Uh-huh.
And then if it's if you since the room is cool, you're cool with it, you have a couple of super edgy jokes you can open up with. Yeah. And you're like, this will be fine.
Yeah, that is cool. It's important to know how to read a room.
Because the worst thing is dropping a, I don't want to call it edgy, but just one of those jokes, like a really hard line kind of edgy joke onto just a whatever crowd.
Yeah.
And then it just always bombs. You're like, all right.
Yeah. You got to know what you're good at, I think. Know what you're good at. Know your strengths and your weaknesses, It's funny, like we talk about this all the time, how a joke will kill at one mic and then just like an hour later bomb at some other mic.
In the same night.
Yeah.
Like an hour and a half have passed between you doing it, and one time it killed, the other time it didn't.
Yeah, and I think it has nothing to do with... Not nothing. It has not a lot to do with the joke, but it's like just every person's day. Mm-hmm. That all the variables...
That's what makes a crowd.
That led to now that they're sitting and you're saying a thing. Mm-hmm.
And that makes how they receive it.
Yeah. Dead crowds. That's so weird. It's like, how is this crowd dead? Why are you here?
Well, they all had long days at work. They had their own thing. They had a fight with their fucking girlfriend or something. And all that comes together into one room, and then you have to do this thing that you've said 1,000 times. Mm-hmm. You have to display that and send it to them, and then they go, bleep bloop, is this funny or not? And they laugh or they don't.
Yeah. Dude, I've got some jokes where like the setup gets a laugh normally. Like just the, just the mentioning of the start of the joke, just the mentioning of whatever the topic is, like we'll get a laugh. And I've done it in dead rooms. And if the start of that joke doesn't get a laugh, the rest isn't really gonna. Like, because you got to be on board from the beginning.
Yeah.
And
you got to be invested.
And then then I'm just like bombing. And then it's funny how quickly that joke shrinks from like a 1.5-minute joke to like a 30-second joke.
Now it's just a throwaway.
You just if the setup bombs,
you're like, all right.
How quickly it just shrinks into, you just say the bullet points of the joke. Mm-hmm. Just in a row with none of the in-between stuff, and you're just like, anyways, what else, you know? It's funny how quickly it can fucking shrink.
That's a weird thing you got to figure out. Mm-hmm. You got to figure out how to, like, be all right with doing, like, all right.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
Yeah, like, there's like a grace in bombing.
Yeah.
There's a grace to it. Don't let it get to you too bad, It's not that big a deal. It feels like hell. I mean, it's the worst feeling you'll ever experience.
I mean, also now, if I'm in the middle of a bomb, I can, part of me can appreciate like the humor in that. Mm-hmm. Like I still have like 3 minutes left to go, and I'm just like, oh, this is happening.
Yeah,
it's gonna be one of those. All right.
Yeah, and especially when you have like friends in the crowd.
Oh God.
And like you hear them not laughing, and you're like, I'm gonna hear about this.
Or the worst. I don't know why every single time, like you'll try like your best joke in the middle of the set, and then no one laughs, and someone always in the audience just goes,
yeah,
and like coughs in the face. Like, why?
Yeah.
Why does that always happen? It's every single time.
Why did you have to cough just then?
But I'm at a point now where I can at least I'll be in the middle of that and appreciate it, and like. It's almost more fun because you're like, this doesn't matter now. I'm bombing. It doesn't matter.
I was bombing. I wasn't bombing. I was actually doing good at this mic the other day, but I decided to end my set with this kind of new premise, and it was bombing. Like, not a laugh. The setup didn't get a laugh. The premise, nothing. And I was just going down this hole to nowhere, but I got a big laugh at the end because I bailed on the joke. I was like I was in the middle of it, and I was like, oh, well, this is clearly going nowhere, And I addressed it, and that got a laugh, and then I started riffing on if you guys weren't on board from the start, I'm not gonna just keep going down this road, fucking dead end road, just whatever I was saying, and the ejection from a joke got the laugh more than the joke.
Yeah, a lot of times if you bring it up, the audience will be a little bit more on board.
Yeah,
because you're saying what they're thinking, because they're sitting there like, this sucks, and then when you go, that just sucks, they go, yes, all right.
Yeah, and then that shows me that you're a good shit, and you're present and conscious, Dude, I went into Harbor Freight today. Yeah, I was they just opened up this new Harbor Freight down the road, and I hadn't been in Harbor Freight in a while,
Tool shops are fun.
They're the greatest.
When you're an adult.
Yeah, especially Harbor Freight, because that's like high-end, nice.
It's like Toys R Us for like guys.
Yeah, and I went in there, and I didn't need anything. I was just like, it's here. Let me just go in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I started looking at things. I started fantasy buying things, you know. I'm like, yeah, I do need a new air compressor.
You know what? I would like a new impact wrench.
Yeah.
That'd be neat.
Oh, I need one of those.
Yeah.
Dude, I was looking at, they got everything at Harbor Freight. I was looking at toolboxes, and you know, we got a few toolboxes, but I was staring at new toolboxes, and I was like, I think I do need a new toolbox. And then I was like, you know, it's like, oh, only $60 for a brand new toolbox. Hell yeah. And then I was considering it. I was like holding it and I was like, but then I was thinking like, well, if I'm getting a new toolbox, man, I could probably use some new tools. Like, hilarious what I'll fucking tell myself I think I need.
Yeah.
You know? Like, there was this one toolbox. It's funny how you go down the aisle and they just get bigger and bigger. Like,
oh, yes, I've been to Harbor Freight.
yeah, I was staring at like the little, you know, $30, $50 ones, and I was like, it looks pretty nice. I go down the line. They have this one toolbox that was huge.
Like the fucking $9,000.
It was
one.
$9,000.
Yeah.
And it had fucking it had a door on this side and shelves and a workbench and the whole magnet.
It's got the drawer for the big tools that you can't just slide in there, the big ones.
They had this one drawer that was just like outlets, like you could charge shit off the box, and it was $9,000. And I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, no, I don't know, maybe I could find some room for the $9,000 fucking thing that wouldn't fit in any house.
Yeah,
you know, it was huge. And I was looking at fucking, dude, they had this sanding machine, you know, where you put your hands in the gloves and you sandblast things through.
A powder blast?
Yeah, through the glass panel.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, wow. Maybe I could use that for something.
For what?
Yeah.
In your day-to-day life?
I know, nothing.
What are you going to powder blast?
Nothing. I have nothing to powder blast. But, oh man, and then I was looking at, they had a whole section of safes. They had a whole section of like Union. What was it called?
Union Pacific.
Yeah, like brand safes.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing, like little to big ones. And I was like, I do need a third safe. Yeah, no, maybe. Where could I put this? Like fantasy.
Were they the ones with the 3 spinny like axles on there? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they had tiny ones, and I was just like, eventually, I was just like, I need to leave before I buy something.
Before you drop $9,000 on a safe.
Yeah, dude.
Like the kind you keep a fucking full-fledged rifle in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I wanted it all. I wanted everything. Man, they had fucking awesome. They had a whole section of light bars, and I was like, I think my Toyota Echo needs a light bar.
That's the old Jeep Cherokee ownership in you talking.
I was like, maybe we should get a light bar for the Ranger, man. That'd be sick. Let me think. Nah, and I was just like, I just need to leave.
My favorite section of Harbor Freight is the is like the automotive section, but it's like stuff that you don't like really need. You know, when you see like a fake inlet that's like glued onto a car.
Yeah.
Like those, or like the like the rear tailgate indicator. What do you call them? Like cowls?
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
Where it turns your whole headlight, because you know you have to have like the yellow for the turn, the red for the brake, and the white for the ones that just turn it into one color.
Yeah.
The flame decal.
Yeah. The custom air nozzle on the tire thing. It's not like just the normal. It's like a spike or a dice. You're like, nah.
or like an 8 ball. You're like, yeah.
No, that would be pretty sick.
I do need 4 of those. Yes.
Yeah, dude. Man, they had everything at this Harbor Freight. The one thing they didn't have, which I was upset about, is those Coleman mini bikes, you know, with those Predator engines. It's like a weed whacker, and it's like a lawnmower engine, but it's like a little Coleman scooter.
Okay.
It's like $400, and it's like a little mini bike. So if they had one of those there, man, I'd have had one.
Yeah, and you always convince yourself that you need stuff you don't need.
Insane.
It's crazy. It's
The
like
things I'll tell myself.
I have a power drill. It's right there. I'm pointing at it. It's right there. And then I'll pick one up. I'll go, maybe we need to upgrade this, you know? Maybe I need a new one.
Yeah, and they made them like this.
Yeah, this one's pretty nice. This one's pretty quick. You give it a little zzz, and you
Yeah.
go, whoa, okay, all right.
Someone comes up to you and they're like, "Let me tell you about, man, that's the brand top of the line," and you're like, "I know more than you. Leave. Don't talk to me. You know, I know my drills. Thank you very much."
You know what you always skip past though is the Ryobi tools.
Oh yeah,
Those like just electric ones, like the electric lawnmower that they all got. Nah,
those are dog shit.
Yeah, straight to the trash.
I'm a Craftsman man myself.
Yeah, are you?
I like Craftsman. Yeah, I was like this close to buying a new toolbox and coming home and like organizing it. I was like, oh, I could have a whole day.
That's your whole afternoon.
Yeah, that would have been so nice. There's nothing greater than that, like getting like a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like a little new thing.
Especially if it's your whole afternoon.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't take out my tool set and throw it on the ground just to like organize it
And
again.
clean them? No.
No.
But I would need a new toolbox.
But if it was new,
Yeah.
If it was new, best.
Man, I'd spend hours cutting out the foam for the so the tool will lay flat perfectly inside the bin. Oh.
I'll see. This kind of digs into guy lore,
Mm-hmm.
because every guy has like a power drill case with the drill in it, but then like just a bunch of random bits and screws.
Yes.
And no one knows where they came from.
Nope, and you'll never use them, but you don't throw them away.
No, but they're there.
Yeah.
Every guy's closet has a power drill, and then like different bits and screws that attach to it.
Mm-hmm. My toolbox has, 7 zip ties that are all different colors and sizes.
Mm-hmm.
A little bag of gaskets that are all different sizes and I've never used.
Yep. Spark plugs for cars you've never owned.
Yep.
Like, why are those there?
Yep. Fucking Band-Aids for no reason. A glove. Not even 2 gloves, just a glove.
Mm-hmm.
That's in my toolbox.
A WD-40 wrench. You know when you pick up a wrench that's covered and it's all slimy?
Mm-hmm. Some really old tool. You know what I mean?
Like
it was like
made in West Germany.
Yeah.
Like,
every man's toolbox has just like an old as shit tool that I've never used once.
yeah.
I don't even know where I got I got it from Dad, who got it from his
dad. Yeah.
And Dad was just like, I've never used this. You keep it. I was like, I'm not gonna use it.
And then you're gonna have kids one day and go, fucking, it's yours now.
Yeah. I just don't want to throw it away.
Yeah.
You know what I don't have in my toolbox?
What's that?
10mm sockets. Man, I got none of them.
No. For all the Harbor Freights in the world, you keep just losing the 10mm.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Even at Harbor Freight, I went to the socket section, and they had every socket imaginable.
They didn't have the 10 in
The
there.
10mm.
It was sold out.
It was just empty. They lost them there, man.
What's the most obscure tool you have in your toolbox?
The circle mirror that extends and gets longer. I haven't used that one time, dude.
No.
Who's using the hold on, let me get that, but I got it. For the day.
In case. Just in case.
Yeah. I've never once used that little mirror. Always keep your tools.
Yeah.
That's what every man's toolbox is, just a collection. It's never like a set. Like golf clubs, like they're all the same.
Yeah, it's like something. It's this weird little collection of things that you gather over your entire life. That's why guys get the garage. That's why men get the garage. The garage belongs to men.
That's right. Because keep going.
Because that's where you keep all your stuff, dude. Where are you gonna keep your Harbor Freight 9K toolbox? Other than the garage.
In the garage.
Look, women can keep the fucking kitchen where they belong and all the others, like everything else in the house. The guy gets the garage.
That's right. Well, women's like cooking utensils are just like men's tools. Like we have tools, and that's their tools.
I guess, yeah.
And they like the my great grandmother's ladle. You know, they always got that.
Well, women in the kitchen make stuff that like keep men going, and then men in the garage make stuff that women can use. It's like a yin yang thing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Like guys in the garage make cars that women can use to go down to the grocery store
To get groceries.
and pick up more groceries
And make me a sandwich.
exactly
Because I'm starving.
Yeah.
There's nothing that makes me more hungry than not fixing something in the garage. Making something worse, you know? You try to fix something, but you make it worse. Well, also, like, women have, like, my great aunt's crock pot.
Sure.
But I have my granddad's fucking hammer. And it's shitty and it gives you splinters when you use it, you know? But it's just we both have our things, you know? We both have our things.
And you know what? They're both for things that the sexes are good at.
Mm-hmm.
Guys are good at hitting things with hammers. Women are good at cooking.
That's right. They are.
Because that's the oldest argument or statement in history is that like men make stuff that like can keep women going, and then these women just make food for guys. So we keep making them stuff. So they keep us alive.
Yes, they do.
They just keep feeding us.
Look, I would not be alive without women.
And then we make like the Empire State Building once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, only once.
Women make an awesome pot roast.
Yeah.
And then we figure out how airplanes work
That's right.
to get them.
To get women.
Yeah.
To get two women.
Well, no, to get women to take planes to make food for other people over like distances.
Yeah, and then I get on planes that we make to see and find women that will make me food.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how. I don't know how to make food. But that's why I fix my shitty truck so that I can drive it to find women.
Yeah. Yeah. And
it's
then,
all just in the pursuit of women.
Yeah. And then once you do get a woman, she just keeps you fed.
Yes.
She just keeps making food for you.
That's all I want.
So you don't like die and she has nothing to have her life around or whatever.
That's right.
Isn't that what the Barbie movie was about?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
And I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna need a Barbie. One day I'll have that $9,000 toolbox
Yeah?
filled with Milwaukee tools. And I'll just be like, yes, let me go fucking break something, you know? All right, folks, we're coming to the end of the podcast. We're going to do the email segment now, bombingpodcast@gmail.com. That's the email. You can email us anything you want, and we look at it. We've gotten some pretty horrific stuff in the past, and looking forward to the horrific things you guys want to send us in the future. bombingpodcast@gmail.com. Let's see what we got this week. Oh my God.
What on earth?
Wait, we got like 12 things
What
here.
the fuck is this?
Hold on.
That's too many emails.
Most of these are... Yo, there's like 12. It's always one. Hold on. Okay, guys, we got excited there for a sec. We thought we had some emails, but it's just all ads except for one. You want to read this one?
Yeah. When you get a wrong number call, are you ever tempted to start a conversation? That's my favorite thing to do.
That's funny. I'm the opposite.
It's a big pastime of mine. If I get a scam caller, they're usually like hello, dude. I'm not gonna do the imitation.
Yeah, you don't have to do the accent.
But you know how they go. I just play along and go, oh, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
You like to waste their time for wasting your time.
Exactly. It's a pay to play thing.
It's
like,
a game.
If you're gonna ruin my day, you can't get away with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ruin your day.
Yeah.
And so I play along with it, and I give them fake names. I like using actors' names. That's fun.
Yeah,
So-
you'll get calls, and I've heard it. Like someone will call you and try to sell you something like insurance, and you'll go like, "Oh, I would love to hear about the new deal you guys have going on," and I'm just like, don't fucking come on, dude, let him down. He's just doing his job. But you're like, no. I'm gonna grab a seat right now. Tell me about the new thing. But also they'll fuck them for calling me.
My point exactly.
I
Yeah.
get that completely. I just hang up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want it to sound like I'm nice about it. I just hang up though. I don't say like, oh hey, I'm sorry, you have the wrong number. Oh no, I don't really have the time to talk. I just click nope. What? Nope. I don't even pick them up sometimes. I know who's calling me. You know?
Yeah, I know 4 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the people I talk to, and I mean I'll get like the occasional call from a Nashville number. You know, like it'll pop up like a little 615, and I'm like I don't recognize that number, and I just don't answer it, and because it's like if you're in my life, I'm talking to you, so. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really feel like if I'm getting a call from a random number. Also, I know if I expect a call from a random number. Like I know if I'm talking to someone new, or maybe maybe I'm like trying to get like a show to happen, and maybe someone will reach out. Like I know when I'm expecting a call from a random number that I don't know.
Yeah. Also, everyone that you know, their name's in your phone.
Yeah.
So anyone that's calling me, their name pops up.
Yeah.
If it's a random number, it's like, dude.
Yeah.
What?
I don't. I just don't pick up. But if I do, I just hang up at the second I find out that it's bullshit.
Aren't you a little intrigued just to see what they want?
No, I don't care. I just don't care. I don't have that in me. I don't have the. Let me fucking ruin this guy's life for the next 20 minutes. You know, I just don't care because it's also ruining your life for the next 20 minutes.
No, it's kind of fun. You know? Like they called you thinking that they would waste your time, and now you're just making them a fool.
Yeah.
You're turning them into a fool.
Yeah,
They're a fool for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, but aren't you both fools, though?
I've been a fool my entire life. That's nothing new to me. It's new to the guy that's on the phone that got the wrong pair of 19 numbers
That's right.
and happened to call my phone. It's new to him.
Oh, sir, you chose the wrong combination.
You picked wrong.
Yeah.
You picked wrong. Look, I've been a fool my entire life.
Look, I get the urge totally to do that. I just don't give a shit enough to. I just go, I'm busy. Then next. All right, that's it. See you guys next week for episode 80. Holy shit. 80.
We're getting to the Reagan era of the podcast.
Yes,
dude.
we are.
We're getting to that Ronnie Reagan, dude.
We're getting into the 80s, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I think all the 80s needs to be just like 80s songs.
I'm down with that. God, episode 80 next week.
80, dude. That's nuts.
Woo! Guys, tune in. It's going to be a hot one.
Yep.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
And I'm parked out by the lake, 80 miles from Santa Fe. It's a lake that's park where I'm at out by the lake. And this lake is where I'm parked, 80 miles from Santa Fe. And I'm still parked out here by this lake, 80 miles from Santa Fe. And someday I'm gonna move, but right now I'm parked. And you know that lake out by Santa Fe, that's where I'm at. I'm parked, waiting for you.